to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
All right, Adam and Claudio in the house, coming at you with another episode of the Motocross Supercross podcast. Yeah, motocross this weekend, back in it, and I'm trying to get my brain back in it after my little vacay. But what's up, Claudio?
What's up, dude? What's up? Yeah, motocross coming up, like 5 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is. I know it's less than a week away, so that's exciting. A lot of people back, a lot of people gone, a lot of people. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah, and they got that the Pro Motocross pass on NBC Sports Gold. You can watch it's just to watch the races live, pretty much, because it looks like everything else is still on NBC at a later time and MAV TV live. But MAV TV kind of sucks because it's like non-HD, you know? We're so spoiled.
And it's super, super, super like pay-per-view. Like you have to like buy a package for that.
Oh, like I have DirecTV, so I obviously have it. So yeah, it's not basic. It's not your you can't pick it up with no antenna. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, neither can NBC Sports though.
$54.99, bro.
$54.99. Yep.
If you don't want to wait.
That's how they get you. I don't know. Should we start a GoFundMe for it? So they can get...
help the Motocross Supercross podcast achieve their dreams of watching Pro Motocross live.
Yeah, so we can just keep our listeners informed of what's happening in the world.
Yeah, I already have DirecTV, so I got NBC Sports and all that, and MAV TV, but I'll probably still get it just because I like to watch the practice and stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting. How they do it with motocross, since I don't want to say it's so long, but it's just so much longer races.
I'll tell you, yeah. That's a whole day event, you know, watching qualifiers and then 2 motos, like.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, cross some time out in your calendar for that. It's like a whole day. You're done.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours just for the motos, you know.
Yeah, it's a long time. That is for the motos, and then the practice is hours. So,
but that's what we're here for, you know. That's what we're here for, to make it all clear for our listeners and put up the videos on our Instagram at MXSX Podcast, and just to keep you up to date with all the news and everything before everybody else.
Yeah, it's like the Instagram. I started it because I wanted a page I could like go to and watch all the important stuff, so you didn't have to watch everything. And now that like I started it, now I have to watch everything. So I'm trying to create the page that I would want, but I don't get the benefit from it. That's for sure. So I hope everyone likes it. Thanks everyone for listening in so far, as we are the newest motocross podcast and Supercross podcast, I guess. So why don't we start there with some Supercross? We ended with
let's have our last talk of the year about Supercross.
Yeah, we'll move on after this last Supercross talk. We won't talk too much about it anymore, but we were talking about Barcia and Bowers. Dude, that's like, I mean, if that would have been a pretty big deal if that was on camera during the the stream of it, the field, the TV stream. That would be a big story. There'd be a lot more people talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about it. We put a video up in our website or in our Instagram. There's a bunch of comments, and there was one that caught my attention out of all of them, and it was the one that what if Barcia did it on purpose? You know, like what if
he always does it on purpose.
He did do it.
Bam.
Well, exactly. Well, he did do it on purpose. He definitely did it on purpose. But I'm saying, like, what if he saw that it was Tyler Bowers and he gave him like that much more anger because of the fact that Bowers was the one that put him out of business pretty much at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. He landed on his hand whenever, because he like missed that triple. He was like leading the race, missed the triple, and he like, it looked to me like he kind of scrubbed in a little bit when he should have not scrubbed in, or he should have just like went off the track. But yeah, yeah, he got his hand landed on. So you're saying it's like a revenge move. He's like, yo, it could have been. And then he did hit him like, you know, a couple laps or like a couple corners earlier. So yeah, he was probably fired up. Everything everything was boiling in there. And he reached the boiling point. And
yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he was like riding his little race, and then he just saw that he got bumped, and he's like, oh shit, this motherfucker again.
Exactly,
and,
man.
He got a little upset. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. So yeah, I thought that was cool. So everyone can check that out and tell us what everyone else thinks. But so Supercross, it was an 18-week kind of, you know, event with season with a you know, obviously they had that 1 week off, Easter weekend. 17,281 miles from stadium to stadium.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's if you're you know, a privateer like Bubba Pulley, or you know, his teammate Michael Caden, that they, you know, they pretty much drove to every single city. That's a lot of miles.
Yeah,
man,
well, yeah, especially them
to
too. Like other people doing that, and all the rigs really. But they're going like home. They go to the track, home, track, home, track, home. So yeah, this is just from stadium to stadium. So I actually still thought it would be more than that. And obviously, yeah, if people are going home between that
is a lot of miles for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like for people that are just driving it, that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's called dedication. So there was a handful of riders in each class that made all the mains. So in the 250 East class, there was 6 riders who made all the main events. And those were Zach Osborne, Jordan Smith, Jeremy Martin, Luke Rensland, Kyle Peters, Sean Cantrell. So those 6 people made all the mains in the 250 East. So out of all the riders they lined up, only 6 of them made every single main. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, they made all the mains for different reasons, though, right? Not, I mean, we're talking about like people that got hurt, people that, you know, they just didn't make it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right?
Yeah, exactly. These people didn't get hurt. These people, you know, made it every single one. So that's someone the sponsors you think would like kind of tend to. Someone who's on the main every single week. The 250 West, they had 9 riders in that. Aaron Plessinger, Adam Cianciarulo, Shane McElrath, Joey Savacci, Chase Sexton, Kyle Chisholm, Mitchell Harrison, Hayden Melross, and Justin Starling. 9 made it to all. And they had one more race too. Just with how it played out. So that's impressive.
That is pretty impressive. That's awesome.
And for the 450s, who had 17 rounds, there was only 6. Jason Anderson, Blake Baggett, Justin Brayton, Weston Pike, Vince Freezy, Chad Reed. Legend Chad Reed, my bad. Legend Chad Reed.
Get it right.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Only 6 riders made every single main event.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, pretty dope. All right, and there was only 3 penalties issued in the 450s, which I thought was low because we ragged on the AMA a lot this season. But you want to tell us about those?
I mean, there was only 3 penalties that were issued, I guess. But there was a lot more, and we all saw them. And 2 of those penalties went to one guy who got really, really, really fucked up with the Triple Crown.
And who dat?
So number 55, Vince Freezy, he got penalized like I just said in a couple of Triple Crowns. The first one in Anaheim 2, round 3. He got penalized 1 position for cutting the track in the first main event. And then again in Atlanta, he got disqualified in main number 2.
I wonder what happened. I don't ever remember hearing about that.
I know. I wonder what happened with that DQ. Why did he get DQ'd.
Yeah, because in the first race, he got
And
17th place, so that's not great. Then in the second race, DQ'd. DNS actually is what it says. So seems like something happened in
he
that
did
first
not
race.
start.
We'll have to try and figure that out because that's interesting. And then obviously third.
Yeah, and then the one that we all talked about, the Jason Anderson, quote unquote, full throttling on the outside of the track or around the track, whatever it was.
Being on the throttle off the track.
Yeah, there you go. Being on the throttle off the track, he got penalized one position as well.
Yep, one position, which ended up like messing him up somehow. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Very interesting to look back at all those like little penalties and stuff that happened.
The little numbers, yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple other things I wanted to do and just never ended up getting it done because I started adding up all the laps and I was gonna like tell everyone who like led X amount of laps, but I was homeschooled and I suck at math, so I kept messing up. But I'll tell you what I got. So my math might be a little bit off, but anyways, so this is for the 450s. There was roughly, these are all from the provisional results too, not the official. So I guess some things could have changed, but a total of 464 laps, and Eli led 158 of them. Marvin was the second amount with like 116. Anderson only leading like 75 laps. Barcia led 4. Ken Roxon led 25. Cole Seeley led 34. Cooper Webb led only 1. Christian Craig, though, leading 11. And Justin Brayton leading 37. Thought that was pretty crazy.
That is pretty cool. That's yeah, it's cool to go back and look at all these little numbers, just like how the championship developed.
Forgot all about Roxon. We haven't heard his name in so long for Supercross, so he was killing it. 25 laps led. Same with Cole Seeley, too, 34. So there wasn't that many leaders, not that many people who led a lap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 people led a lap in the 450s.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But that's only main events, too. We all saw Chad Reed and other people lead the heats. So, yeah, this is just main events. And then going on to the whole shots, Eli killed the whole shots, too.
Main events also counting the
Triple Crowns.
The Triple Crowns, though, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So that's why there's a total of 21 like main events, because that's how many whole shots there were. Eli had 8 of the whole shots. So he
8 whole shots.
he killed it. Absolutely killed it. And then in second, with 3 whole shots, was Christian Craig. And he started, he was on that 250 for the beginning, so he...
Exactly, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anderson only had 1 whole shot. Only 1. I think it was a Triple Crown, too. But Justin Brayton had 2. Blake Baggett had 2. Marvin had 2. Barcia had 1. Freezy had 1. And Webb had 1. So... Christian Craig killing it on the starts.
Yeah, that's impressive because, like you said, he started super late in the season.
Yeah.
So.
But Eli though 8, he really killed it. So he killed it in the whole shots and the laps led, like absolutely dominated. But, he missed a couple of races that really screwed him. Well, actually, it was that first race when he's coming around leading, and he looks like he's about to dominate everyone, and then he falls on his shoulder with no one even around him. He's way out front, falls on his shoulder, and screwed his whole season up right there from the start.
Pretty much.
Yeah, not pretty much. That's pretty exact. Pretty truth. Speak of truth here, bro.
Pretty on point, yeah.
Yeah, so... It was obviously Eli's. Eli was dominating. Eli dominated motocross last year. How do you bet against Eli going into this motocross season? Is there anyone who can challenge him? What do you think?
I think there's plenty of people that can challenge him for sure.
Who?
Definitely.
Who?
I mean, We have a great Marvin Muskin who is
Yep.
really good at outdoors, I think. Coming from the whole like Europe and all that stuff. There's
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say
then we
Marvin.
have Blake Baggett.
I was gonna say Marvin. If anyone, Marvin. He was second in the points for motocross last year. And then Blake Baggett. Good choice.
Yeah, Blake Baggett's good. I know Roxon's been putting the laps in. We'll have to see how he comes into the season, but you can't count him out ever. So if he's riding, he's definitely going to try to be up there for sure. Who else is good for motocross coming up?
I mean, do you think
We're going to see up front.
do you think Anderson or Barcia can run up front?
I don't know if Anderson, but Barcia, I see him hungry enough. I don't see why not.
Well, I think Anderson could do it. He's feeling it.
Maybe we'll have a surprise with Alex Ray too. Coming in that new ride with the Monster Energy Yamaha team. So,
Dang, what do you think? Can he win some races? You think he runs up there top 5?
I don't know. I don't know if winning, but he can probably be up there. He's a big guy. He can control the bike well. So I don't know. I would really, what I'd really like to see? Jeffrey Hurling's coming back and whooping everyone.
Is he racing this?
No, he races the MXGP.
Yeah.
He's point leaders over there. But remember last year he came for one race and he like whooped everyone in the first moto, and then he went down in the second moto and then came back and ended up getting first anyways.
No, I do not remember.
Yeah.
But that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool, yeah. I hope something cool like that happens this year, because right now, no Dean Wilson, who was 4th last year. Cole Seeley was 5th last year. Justin Bogle was 6th last year. Cooper Webb was 7th last year. That's like everyone's hurt.
Yeah. But don't be surprised to see Blake Baggett up there. Don't be surprised to see Christian Craig up there, man. Christian Craig, that's another big dude for the 450,
Yeah, and Justin Hill's doing 450s now too, right?
He's doing 450s for Supercross next season. He's gonna finish the season in the 250.
Oh, well, that's too bad, because he's definitely way fast on that 450. Way fast.
Yeah, on a Supercross track.
I bet he's fast on the MX track too. He was so good. Like that sand section is kind of Tampa kind of resembles a motocross track almost. And yeah, he was just dominating that. Is there anything else happening right now? Anything else going on in the news?
Not really, man. We went through our, we updated everyone and all the signings and stuff in our last podcast. And we're just kind of doing our goodbye Supercross, hello Motocross podcast.
Exactly. So yeah, since Anderson won the Supercross championship, I think we see him definitely coming out swinging, and I think we'll see a lot of Tomac, Musquin, Baggett, and Anderson. Maybe some other people can get up there, but I think those will be the heavy hitters. But just like we just got done saying, only whatever it is, 6 people raced all the Supercross races. So
yeah, exactly.
You just get someone in there who can race them all and stay healthy and put up some decent results. Well, it'll pay off. They'll finish up there.
Do you think maybe Pike can get up there?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, he's pretty good in outdoors as well.
Yeah, and considering like all those people I just named, Wilson, Seeley, Bogle, and Webb, all 4 of them finished in front of him in the points. So last year, so you figure they're out for at least a little bit. So yeah, you would think he could definitely pull in a bunch of top 5s, a bunch.
Yeah,
maybe some podiums.
Yeah. So what about 250? What do you think?
Yeah, what about 250s? Well, Plessinger is coming in hot. Savacci didn't have the results he wanted. Forkner, though. Forkner on his Instagram, man, he is just flying. You can just see him. He's just ripping, bro. So I think I'm probably on Forkner's side.
Yeah, he looks really good. I'm sure he wants a little bit of redemption after getting hurt in the Supercross season. So I'm sure he'll come out. I know Hayden Melross maybe with a new ride that Rock River Yamaha people, that with that team.
Yeah.
He might come out and do some good racing. McElrath is pretty good. Jeremy Martin, man, you can't forget about the Martin brothers.
True.
They're good. We talked about it on our last podcast too.
RJ.
Yeah, RJ, exactly. RJ Hampshire. Yeah.
Chase Sexton, the rookie in Supercross.
Yeah, he could be a surprise as well.
Yeah, he killed it. He was one of those riders who did all the races. So.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year too.
Rookie of the Year. Great movie. Love that movie.
Anthony Rodriguez could probably give a surprise too. Growing up in Venezuela, riding motocross.
What are you trying to say? The tracks are better over there? You think Venezuelans got a leg up on the rest of us?
If Venezuelan had a leg up on the United States, there would be a lot more Venezuelans riding over here. I can tell you that.
We just breed champions over here. Everyone comes over here, no matter like what sport and stuff they play. Everyone comes to America just to, try and be the best, because this is where the best gather, and we see it with the Supercross, because people who win here and do decent here go other places and clean up. With the motocross, actually, though, it looks like the USA isn't doing too great in the MXGP compared to. But yeah, dude, I'm excited, man. I'm pumped.
Definitely looking forward to this great season. So,
is there anything else you want to add to this one?
No, man. Just thanks a lot, and don't forget to give us a like and the Next to Sex podcast. And that's it, man.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.